The Lord was kindled against Moses, and he said, Is not Aaron the Levite thy brother? I know that he can speak well, and behold, he cometh forth to meet him, and when he seeth thee, he will be glad in his heart. Moses here, he asked him the question, but when God gave him the answer, and he told him that I will be with you, Moses didn't receive that by faith. He asked the question again. So I find there from the scriptures that it's okay for me to ask as long as when God answers, I receive that by faith. And I don't ask him the same question again, but I take that by faith. God knew Moses' inadequacies. God knew Moses' shortcomings and failures. God knows every one of your inadequacies. He knows every one of my inadequacies. He knows my shortcomings. He knows my failures. He knows my limitations. That it is not up to me to do the work of God. It is up to God to do his work through us human vessels. It is not up for us to have to try to do the work of God with our natural abilities and limitations. We serve a supernatural God, and we need to be ready to operate in the supernatural and stop depending upon the things in the natural in order to get the work of God done. He's supernatural. We're not going to understand his ways sometimes. We're not going to understand why he wants us to do things a certain way sometimes. We're not always going to be able to see the end result, because we're going to be here at the beginning and God's going to say go, and we're going to have to go by faith. We're going to have to take him at his word. We're going to have to believe him and trust him that he knows what's at the end and he knows what's there. Faith is not seeing, but faith is believing in what God has said. And by faith, we have to believe him and be willing to operate in the realm of the supernatural. I think sometimes we withhold the blessings of God because we want to operate just in what we understand and just in what we can comprehend and just in what we feel like we are capable of doing, when God wants to do so much more than that through and in us